Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me. So today I am doing a hashtag. This is one that I created, and it is going in the same fashion as the hashtag One Deck Gone Wild that was created by a group of TarotTube members in a Discord, and they came up with a bunch of really cool questions for one deck. And I wanted to do the same along in that fashion of making a hashtag for one deck. So if you have a very limited, even only one tarot deck, you can do and join in on this tag. And another part of it is I put a little twist on it. This twist is that your deck is actually interviewing you, the reader. And it is also like questions that would be great for reviewing a deck because of all of the talk about, objectivity and subjectivity and all of that, what kind of reviews people like to see, what kind of reviewer are you. So I thought that these questions would be really good in a hashtag to also show the person that's watching it what kind of value that particular deck has given to you in like reviewer type questions. So the deck that I am going to be doing, and you'll see it in the tag, in the title, but there's two hashtags that I've created for this. One is hashtag when the tarot asks and hashtag when the oracle asks, because you can do this with a tarot deck and you can do this particular hashtag also with an oracle deck, whatever you want to. And you can also do this more than one time with your different decks, even if you just do this for your own sake when interviewing, because we see a lot when people get new decks, they interview their decks. Well, we can do interviews of our decks, but let's say after we've been working with that deck for said month or a year or whatever, an extended period of time, that deck interviews you, like checking back in on you on what you thought of that experience kind of thing. So let's just get started. So this is a series of 25 questions. So let's just begin. So the first question is, what drew you to me to begin with? And the deck that I am using is Art History for Past Lives Tarot. This is a bag that I made for it myself. I like having the name on it if I can, because my memory is not so great and I forget. So I like just these regular plain canvas bags, and I used my Cricut to make it. But you can sew on these bags, you can, whatever. But anyways, I made a bag for it. And I purchased this deck also with the Past Lives Workbook, which is a 21 days to understanding yourself. And this is the guidebook that comes with it. Let me see if I can scan out a little bit. There we go. So as I get more into the questions, I'll reveal more about these, okay? Let me bring my questions back up. They're on my iPad. Okay, so what drew you to me to begin with is the first question. Remember, this is now the deck asking questions of me, the reader. So I am being interrogated or interviewed by my deck. So what drew you to me to begin with? It's the system. I wanted to know more about uncovering my past lives. And so this particular deck had appealed to me. And the system had appealed to me. The artwork definitely appealed to me. So that's what the functionality of what this deck can do for its reader is what drew it to me. Question 2, and I will be putting all these questions down below as well. Question 2, do you use me more seasonally? And I would say no, I do not use this particular deck more seasonally, just more when I feel like doing some diving into my past life. That's what mainly this deck is for. Although you can use it for other things, I just usually don't. It's just strictly for past life. And but there's more to that, you'll see in a further question. So question 3. Do I feel like a certain zodiac sign to you? And I would say this deck feels like the whole zodiacal wheel to me, simply because there's so much in it and so many different lifetimes. And I'm sure, you know, I believe that in different lifetimes that we start off as different things, you know, like elementals, like we could be the wind, or we could be a fire element, or then we can move on to be grass, blades of grass, and trees, and you know, bushes and flowers, and then we move on to like different animals, and then we move on to human. But that could be skewed, you know, I mean, we could be humans first and then start appreciating some of the other things and move into those other things. Who knows? But I believe that we do get to experience everything, because I believe that we are all of one. We are, you know, the illusion is that we are separate. So anyways, if I had to pick just one, I would say Pisces, though, because I feel like Pisces is like the culmination really of all of the other zodiac signs. And that's also why I feel like Pisces is the most psychic of all of the other zodiac signs. And sometimes the most flighty, because they have experienced so much, you know. Because I feel like, you know, it's an evolution starting at Aries and working its way all the way around to Pisces. So the next question is 4, how do I make you feel about yourself? This particular deck definitely makes me feel inquisitive. It makes me feel accepted. And it makes me feel like I am definitely a spiritual being having an earthly experience. This deck does that. Puts things into perspective for me. The next question, 5. How do I help you to see yourself more clearly? Well, I believe that you, as a deck, help me see myself more clearly, because you're not just helping me see myself in this lifetime, you're helping me see like my essence, my soul's essence. As a matter of fact, let me show you something. In this particular workbook, there is a spread early on, spiritual essence spread. And it's the first one is draw 3 cards that represent 3 different qualities of your spiritual essence for cards 1 through 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So I see that as not just essences that are for this particular lifetime, but essences of when my soul was being split from the source in order to come into this life, this little portion of my soul, I should say, that is in this existence. It came with 3 different main essences for me to experience through various different lifetimes. And I believe that different souls have different essences. And that's why I believe so strongly in whatever you are pulled to. There is a reason you're pulled to it, and you need to kind of go with that, whether it's supposed to be for a lesson or whether or not it's supposed to be for a mission kind of thing, what you had planned for yourself, you know, for that particular life. But either way, I believe you should always go for whatever you are drawn to, within reason, not like being an axe murderer, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But all right, so the next question. Question number 6. Do you use me to read for others or keep me all to yourself? Oh, for others as well. But I do have to say, I need to set up on my Ko-fi to do past life readings again. I haven't. I've been so friggin' lazy. But it is one of my all-time favorite kinds of readings to do, is past life work. For myself and for others, because the things that come out during those are just amazing. They blow me away. Their readings unlike anything else. Okay, so the next question, 7. Do you let others touch me? In general, I don't have a whole lot of opportunity for others to come in and touch me. Because most people stay out, you know, in my family, they stay out of my room. They don't come in and mess with my stuff. However, my stuff. However, if I was doing one-on-one readings here in my house, yeah, I would have the Querent touch these cards in order to kind of put their essence on these cards, and shuffle them and stuff like that in order for me to do a really good reading for them as well. So yes, I would let them touch it. I think that's part of, especially for something like that, for that kind of reading. Yeah. So question number 8, have you done any alterations on me or plan to? So this particular deck is warped. So I need to, and you can't, I mean, I don't know if you can even see it. It is warped. I want to see what I can do, and it came this way. It was already warped when I got it. Which I can still shuffle it and stuff, but it is definitely, it bothers me a little bit. But, you know, try to maybe put it in a, although I don't know, it's probably being silly. It still shuffles okay, so, but probably putting some sort of edging on it. That's all I would want to do with this. So the next question, 9. How best have you bonded with me? Using. Simply by using and doing readings with this deck. And even when not doing readings, going through and looking at all of the different things for the card, using it in, like, journaling with it, while doing the workbook and stuff like that. I always keep different notebooks. I don't like writing in my stuff, because the thing about this particular workbook is you can use this so many different times. I mean, we've probably had thousands of lives. Some maybe less than others, depending on when they first incarnated for Earth, or maybe some more in Earth, some maybe different planets, who knows. But these different like readings and stuff that you can do, which are fantastic. You can go through all 21 of these for just one life, one past life. So it goes into such great detail. So, let's see. That's how I have bonded with it best. So question 10, how well can you shuffle me? Well, let us see how well. It's been a while. I haven't done past life work in a while. And from what I remember, this is a chatty Kathy. Oh, see, she just wants to sing. Which I love, because you know that is my #1 way. Not always, because some cards I have just found Some decks do not want to fly out. And I have always, when I'm shuffling, it is like usually a communication with my higher self. It still shuffles good. A communication with my higher self. I envision my higher self as I'm shuffling, reaching in and grabbing the card that is required and throwing it down. So that's why I use flyers a lot. Oops. And they're upside down. So, yes, I can shuffle it. I can shuffle you well. So, question 11. Does my size hinder or help me? Help you, you know. And it's perfect. The size is perfect. This is like a standard tarot size. Let's see. Question 12. Do you get excited or turned off by my card stock? I am turned off by the warping, but I am turned on by how well it shuffles. It's a beautiful, shuffleable, manageable size, and the card stock is nice. The only problem I have is just with the warping, which probably just had to do with my own environment here, and there's probably not a whole lot I can do about it, so I'm not going to worry about it. So the next question is 13. How do you use me? Emotional, psychological, spiritual, practical guidance, love readings, past life, shadow work, and magic or ritual. These are all different ways that you can use a deck. And for me, I use this deck definitely in past life readings, but also in love readings, because past life readings can also include like soulmates and twin flames. They can be revealed in your past life reading. So definitely love as well. Definitely emotional, because we could have emotional issues due from previous lifetimes and little quirks that we picked up, and you know, certain things that we're still working through that is unfinished business from not even necessarily your last lifetime, although I don't look at it like that. I believe that they're all simultaneously happening, because time is not linear. It is, it's everything. It's the now. It's just, I feel like different frequencies, different vibrations. Psychological, because we might have psychological issues because of something that happened from a previous life. Somebody that you don't get along with in this life could have been somebody that wronged you in a previous life, and there's karma to be worked out, or you know, stuff like that. So yeah, psychological as well. Spiritual, of course it's spiritual, because it is showing the evolution of your soul through several different incarnations. So it's also a spiritual, wow. It's also a spiritual experience, and I treat it as such. Practical guidance, I don't really pull this deck out for practical guidance. Although it could be. I just don't. This is more special for like this kind of reading. Shadow work, most definitely. I believe that there's tons of shadow in uncovering things from your past. You know, different, well, I keep saying past lives, but from different incarnations. Things that we're still working through in this lifetime because of the other lifetime. And magic or ritual, I haven't as of yet, so no. So next question, 14. Do you feel another entity speaking through me? So another entity that I could feel speaking through you would be time itself, like Father Time, maybe Kronos or Saturn, whatever this matrix, you know, that kind of deity or that kind of entity. You know, Father Time. Or I could also see like the Fates or the Norns speaking through this, revealing truths like Destiny, Lady Destiny kind of thing. So, yeah. All right. Next question. 15. Do you set the scene when using me? Like candles, incense, music? I love to light candles. You can't see them, but I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different candles right in this little vicinity. Let's see if I can. I'm not going to be able to show you all. That's a candle. I got another candle there, one here, one there, one there for different various things. But so yes, I love candles. Incense, if I have good ventilation, if it's nice enough outside where I can open up all my windows to have good ventilation. I love burning my kefi. Oh, the kefi is just spectacular. Or I love burning any kind of my like visionary, you know, like psychic vision incense that I have created in order to help facilitate the opening of the third eye so that I can look in further to these lifetimes in a more open state. Setting the scene with music, maybe lowering the lights a little bit and just having nice candlelight, just really setting up that scene. Obviously, I like to set up my scene. I think it's important to set up your scene and have a certain ambiance in your environment. It can facilitate certain feelings and emotions. So yes. Do you associate, question 16, do you associate me with a deity or use me devotionally? So deity, other than, like I said, maybe like Father Time, you know, Saturn or Kronos, or the Fates, or the Norns, or something like that. I don't really use it devotionally other than a devotion to knowledge and understanding about the essence of my soul and previous experience. Sorry, I got a phone call. So other than, you know, for experiences in this lifetime. So 17. Do you see me as a friend or tool or both? So I see this deck as a friend and I see it as a tool for further exploration. So both. There's that weird, let me bring this out again a little bit. There's that weird, I do look at my, I do personify my decks, but I also, I don't know if I personify them, but I give them each, they feel a different energy. Not necessarily, well, and personality, but not down to like a specific person, but just like a type, like a personality type, or, you know, like that, or an energy that I get from them. So, but very much like a tool as well. So both, I would say both. So 18, do you use me in an everyday kind of way or once in a while? And I would say once in a while. Definitely not an everyday kind of thing unless I am doing past life work every single day, like, you know, 21 days. And I know me, I can't see me actually sticking with something like that where I committed to 21 days of that kind of heavy duty work. No. So not in an everyday way. As soon as I would say I'm going to, I probably would rebel against what I just said for myself. So I've learned through the years to try to not do that to myself. So question 19, do you feel seen while you are using me or when we talk? And oh my gosh, do I ever feel seen? Seen unlike any other deck that I have, because it's not just about this life. It's about my soul's essence through several different lifetimes. So I really feel seen and heard in this deck. Question 20. Does my art speak to you in a special way? Yeah. I am a person that I love absolutely movies and stories that revolve around historical things, you know, different times in history and different places and different cultures. It has always drawn me in that way. And this deck is made up of different kinds of artwork from different time periods different locations around the world. The artists are from different, and that can, from different locations around the world, and that can all be used as part of this past life exploration. There's so much to it. Okay, so next question. 21, what kind of stories do you see in me? I see stories of lifetimes is what I see. I see stories of love and betrayal and friendship and children and I mean just everything. I see like the bigger picture stories of like several different lifetimes and for one soul, it's amazing. So 22, did I come with a guidebook? If so, do you like it or use it with me? I absolutely, it came with a guidebook, which I'm going to show you. And so I purchased this whole kit for the deck. Granted, this was a few years ago. And I got the workbook also, which I'll show you. But let's say, okay, old age, 9 of Pentacles. Let's see what it says about the 9 of Pentacles, okay? Okay. Is that not? Oh, that's the 3 of Pentacles. My bad, my eyes. Old age. So the traditional card is the 3 of Pentacles. Root energy is collaboration and completion in a past life. When the old age card appears in a past life spread, it means you were able to complete your journey in this past life and live into old age. Alternate interpretation could be the 3 of Pentacles is about working with others to accomplish a goal, usually with tangible results. In a past life spread, this card can be a loving reminder that you work collaboratively with the divine and your guides to fulfill your life purpose, and that you do not have to fight alone. The place, so this is kind of what I was talking about, was in the Netherlands, and it was during the 17th century. So that can all be part of understanding that past life. And then about the art, it says Nicholas Maes, also known as Nicholas Maes, was a Dutch painter who studied in Amsterdam under the studio of Rembrandt. He dedicated most of his work to the domestic genre and worked nearly exclusively with portraiture. Jeez. His favorite subjects, I don't have my glasses on, which I should because this is pretty little. His favorite subjects were women reading the Bible or cooking a meal. Many of his female subjects were older, such as in this 1656 painting, An Old Woman Praying. Isn't that amazing? Everything that you get out of it. And then on top of that, you pull out this, and let's say you are doing a spread for life, let's see, a relationship spread, romance. So showing the different cards. What did we hope to achieve together? Could have been old age, right? Longevity, long marriage. Maybe from that card, it was a traditional wedding. I was an old woman who was known for making good meals. Maybe I had several children. It can all come from that one card, and also the placement of everything. So how did I feel? So how did you feel? Put it, if it comes out in one of those things. Maybe when I look at this, I mean, somebody that lived a really traditional life, you know, having dinner around the table. But it looks like this person is alone because she's the only one eating there, right? So maybe she's living past her husband, you know, dying. And so in her older age, she was lonely. And it doesn't look like she's got any other plates for her kids. Her kids are all grown. So how did I feel? Well, maybe felt alone in the end. But these are just all of the kind of things that you can discover with this particular, you know, deck. So, and the guidebook. It's just, you can't, in my opinion, you cannot use this without the guidebook. Not really. You can. But if you want just that other added layer so much, you want both of them, in my opinion. Question 23. Do I have any add-ons or special system that makes me stand out? Well, I just kind of explained that. This is the add-on. This is priceless. If you want to do past life work, this is the tarot deck for it. Hands down. I have another deck that I'll probably do maybe this tag with when the Oracle asks as well. In the same thing and show you the difference. But yes, I would say that. And the artwork and the way that she put it all together, the artist was somebody, or the person that created this was a lady who was so used to doing past life readings. That was like the number one thing that she did in her practice for lots and lots and lots of years, that she actually designed this deck to be for past lives because of all the experience that she had. She rolled that all into what would be the ideal deck. So 24. Do I have any other markings that help or distract you? Well, these actually help. So, you know, the pictures, it's like the name or the theme that they're being depicted. And down in the corner is where you see like 3 of Pentacles or 6 of Cups, or yeah. And then, of course, it says a little bit about the art on the bottom corner. It does not distract me. It adds to the experience for this deck. And the last question, number 25. Would you recommend me to a beginner, and why? Somebody that wants to do past life work, this is the perfect deck for doing that, along with if you have the guidebook and you have the workbook. I would say anybody can do it. Anybody can. I don't care if you even know how to read tarot. Everything is in the book for you. So I would absolutely, for somebody that's brand new to tarot and somebody that is brand new to the exploration of past lives or multiple lives, I would say that this is a perfect deck for a beginner as well. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I thought I had recorded this whole thing once and I wasn't recording. So, but yes, the name of this is either hashtag when the tarot asks or hashtag when the oracle asks. And this is just like I said, you can use one deck. It can be tarot or oracle, whatever you choose. And it is you being interrogated after working with your deck by your deck, which is also another great way of like answering reviewer questions for other people. If they're interested in possibly getting a deck like this, it's more in depth from your personal experiences. So thank you for spending this time with me. And I hope you also jump on this hashtag right along with me, because I want to see in-depth information about the deck that you are working with or have worked with. Thank you so much. And I am sending you love always.